Hello and welcome to this training on our safe space equipment. To start a session, we first need to prepare the user with the EMS pants, the skirt to create the vacuum effect, and the rest of the accessories, which we will show you in the next video. User preparation. First, the user should put on the cotton underwear and then the heart rate monitor directly on the skin. This is important. As a recommendation, if it can be slightly moistened, that's even better, and it should be placed at chest height. Once it's in place, we will proceed to moisten the bio shape for use inside the safe space. Place it right there, precisely at that very spot. You will find exactly what you are looking for, clearly visible and easily accessible. Bloopers. You can also optionally add the armbands and the electrodes for the calves. In this case, the longer cable will be installed on the arms and the shorter one on the calf area. The gold part, the cable connected to the arm electrode, should be connected to this one that comes out from the upper back part of the pants, and the same goes for the other side. Installing the skirt to create the vacuum effect. It's better to put it on from the top of the body with the help of the client. At chest level, we will carefully and securely zip up the front of the garment and then firmly fasten this sturdy clip into place, ensuring a snug and comfortable fit. Connect the cable to the pants for EMS control. Now we'll proceed to close the door with the client's help, adjust the skirt, and seal the space. And finally, the emergency cable connected to the arm and the goggles in case the red LED collagen lamp is used. Once the user is ready, we'll move on to controlling the tablet or monitor, as well as the installed software. As you can see on the tablet on our screen, this application, once we enter it, once inside the application, we need to accept the initial permissions. Tap once in the center of the screen and select the desired language, in this case, and the username and password, which we need to enter as admin, the same in both fields. Press the button to enter the application and connect it to the machine. First, and for this very first time, We will proceed to the Settings section, then navigate to License, where it is absolutely essential that we meticulously fill in all of the following required information, specifically the unique license number, the full name, the complete address, the city of residence, the province or state, the country, a valid and current phone number, and a primary email address. At signed. Once these details are filled in and you have an internet connection as well as Bluetooth, we will proceed to press the Validate License button so that our license is validated. It's important to have both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connections between the monitor and the machine. On the right side of the screen, we will check our device's serial number as well as whether we have bioimpedance and if EMS is active once it connects. We will control the session time, setting it between a minimum of 20 minutes and a maximum of 30 minutes. The heart rate monitor or control also needs to be installed, if it isn't already, using the serial number found on the back of the device. And we will confirm all this information to activate the license. Once confirmed, we will return to the main panel or menu, where we will select the first option, Control Panel. It will recommend that we watch these tutorials for proper operation, the first steps, software, and common issues. Now, we can enter our control panel, where we will have access to all the session's configuration options. At the top, we will wait a few seconds for the EMS and our treadmill to connect. On the right side, we will see the heart rate from our monitor once it is placed on the client and installed in the software. The treadmill data and the calories burned during this session will also be displayed, which is a combination of the EMS and the effort made on the treadmill. We will select an individual automatic electrostimulation program, among which, for example, I will choose Warm Up. We will continue on the lower left side, where you can control the infrared in degrees, the vacuum with intensity percentage, the incline in degrees, and the speed in kilometers per hour. On the right side, you have the EMS control for muscle groups, specifically to increase or decrease the intensity, as well as a general control or a general pause, only and specifically for EMS. Remember that you can always carry out the treatment or session using EMS or vacuum, or each one separately or individually. We will proceed to enter our client. Here we will see the list, and if not, we will create a new client. It is important to fill in all the information. Another example: gender, date of birth, a phone number, height, weight, and email. For example, all right. Once this information is filled out, read and sign the consent form on behalf of the client, confirming that they agree to undergo the treatment. Save and confirm. Once this is done, we can also add packages to the client, keep track of sessions, sessions that have been used, or sessions that are still pending, as well as the EMS groups that we can activate or leave inactive. And once all the setup is done, we'll click the button to accept and create the client successfully, right? We'll exit the client. Once it's created, we need to select them again so that their name appears at the bottom of the screen. With everything set up, license, client, control panel, we'll proceed to start our session by pressing the Start button. We can always adjust the time, increasing or decreasing the minutes, as well as choose if we want to control only the vacuum part, where we can increase the vacuum intensity by percentage, control the infrared temperature, the incline of the treadmill, and the speed. And on the left side, there's the prominent collagen lamp, the exterior light color, and the dedicated aroma button for effectively operating the aromatherapy system. Here at the bottom, lower part of the screen, we can select a basic, medium, or high setting for the vacuum intensity. We can also return to the main control, select the EMS section, and control only the pants and the EMS intensities for each part of the body, or from the general button. Additionally, by double tapping we can lock, or by holding for 2 seconds, we can deactivate any muscle group we want to stop working. On the right side, we control the contraction time in seconds and the pause time in seconds, which are shown by these bars. Also, by pressing the recovery icon button, we can activate our active recovery as long as this icon is green. At the bottom, X1, X2, we can increase the intensity by 2s as well as decrease it, or do it 1 by 1. Both options are available. The lighting button or icon is simple to use for checking that all our electrodes are working properly when it is green. We will return to the main control, where we can always see our training parameters, as well as the kilocalories burned during the session, the heart rate from the heart rate monitor, and the distance covered in meters on the treadmill. We also include the virtual route option, which will show us a series of diverse and captivating landscapes to make our training sessions more enjoyable and truly fun. By tapping the center of the screen, we remove the controls, and by tapping again, we can access all the screen controls. Again, we press and hold for 2 seconds to remove the video. Once our session with ShapeSpace is finished, we can press the reset button, then accept. A beep will sound to signal the end of the session, and it will show us a summary of our session with our achieved goals, including the client's name, calories burned, average MS percentage, maximum MS intensity, distance covered, average heart rate achieved, average treadmill speed, and the average incline we maintained during this session. That's everything for the control panel version. We can return to the main menu, where we will then see the client's option, the client list, where we can select one of them to check their activity, packages, bioimpedance, if we have iBody Pro activated with our license, and the muscle groups to work on with this client. We could also create a new client. Next, there are individual MS programs with all the parameters for frequency, pulse width, ramp, contraction, and pause. The automatic MS programs. By clicking on it, we can select and see what each of these automatic sequences is about, or create one ourselves, either individual or automatic, by adjusting the program name, frequency, ramp, and all the required details. Similarly, for automatic programs, we will need to create sequences of individual programs, which will add up the total minutes and generate that program for us with a maximum duration of 25 minutes. We will return to the main menu. If we have iBody Pro installed, we can use and make the iBody Pro bioimpedance system compatible with our shape space. Within tutorials, you can watch the tutorial videos. And finally, settings. Again, license, center management, where we can go into administrator, modify data, username, password, as well as the rest of the administrator or trainer information, or even create more accounts, either with administrator control or trainer control, which will have fewer options to modify or manage settings within the system. Create a backup. It is always recommended to save all client data and sessions once a month to keep them safe in the cloud. Create the backup or restore it, as well as select the preferred language or contact our technical support through the information provided. Finally, there's a button to exit our screen, our monitor, and in this way, you can turn off ShapeSpace. That's all for this brief training on our ShapeSpace machine. We hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact the training department. Thank you very much.